Wind, solar, offshore wind, new transmission, battery storage, all the technologies we need to fight climate change and have a clean grid here in New York State. Here in New York, we need to build a lot of renewables, and we also need to invest in the transmission grid. And that includes large-scale transmission projects, what people think traditional transmission investments, but we also need grid-enhancing technologies so that we can make sure that we're delivering that electricity the most cost-effective manner. That can be behind-the-meter technologies, that can be on-grid technologies, it can be advanced metering and things that provide transparency into how the grid is working at any given moment so that the whole system can be optimized.
York Transco is an independent transmission developer. We focus on improving the bulk transmission system of the state that will help us achieve the clean energy goals that the state has established. And we do that with a collaborative framework, working with communities, labor, and constituents to deliver projects efficiently and effectively. This is our Knickerbocker substation. It's part of what we call the New York Energy Solution Project. It's a project where we're improving the transmission system from what we call the upstate region, which is Albany, into the Hudson Valley, Dutchess County. New York State has one of the most aggressive climate change goals in the country. What we see is the need for transmission in order to achieve that. Ultimately, we're changing from central station fossil generation to more distributed renewables. And those renewables are, in many cases, further away from the load centers. So improving the transmission infrastructure of the state is critical for us to be able to achieve those goals efficiently.
So many studies have shown that in order to transition to a net zero grid, we will need 2 to 3 times the capacity that we have now on the grid. And that really means we need 2 things. One is we need new high voltage lines like the one that I'm standing in front of here. And the second is we need to deploy advanced transmission technologies or grid enhancing technologies like LineVision's dynamic line ratings to unlock more capacity on both existing lines and new lines. One is new high capacity lines like the New York Energy Solution line that New York Transco has built. And the other is deploying advanced technologies like LineVision's dynamic line ratings that really help us get the most out of both existing wires and new lines. What LineVision's technology does is really increase both the capacity and the flexibility of the grid.
Our goal is to deliver the reliable and efficient use of electricity to our customers in New York. I think deploying innovative technologies such as LineVision on our transmission assets will allow us to more efficiently utilize this corridor to help supply energy to the customers of New York and meet our green energy goals of the state and the region. Deployment of this technology on our transmission lines will give us an overall greater situational awareness through monitoring of local conditions and transmission lines in real time.
So this line and the installation of LineVision's sensor technology is really historic. LineVision has deployed, we've worked with dozens of leading utilities around the world on deploying this technology on existing lines, but this is the first in the world deployment of dynamic line ratings and LineVision's monitoring technology on a new build line. And in order to get to net zero, in order to expand the grid the way that we need to, we will need both. We'll need both new lines as well as deployment of grid enhancing technologies. And it's exciting to see both of these come together in this project.
I think all utilities have to start looking at more innovative solutions to optimizing the capacity of our existing transmission systems, and systems like LineVision help us unlock the potential of our existing assets.